This is a review for the Route 66 RV Resort located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is our site at the Route 66 Casino and RV Resort. We are in site number 1128. I like this area. We actually requested this area because this area is very close to the pool. So I asked to be in the closest area we could to the pool, and we are literally the closest spot. And there is a little walkway, or you could drive a car up there, and the pool is right there with those red buildings. And I'll have some footage that just shows the pool up close. Some other nice things that you can see from here. That gate area you can see straight ahead is where the entrance is for the RV park. And then out behind that is the parking lot for the casino. There's a parking lot behind the casino, and then on the other side of the casino, and then just a little bit further from there is I-40. And you don't really hear the interstate from here. I would not complain about highway noise at all. You can barely hear the highway right now, so that's pretty nice. This is kind of their clubhouse area, and I'll show that in further detail. And you can see in front of there is a little fenced-in dog park. And there's a dog over there right now. There's another dog park in another spot of the RV park. And we are in a pull-through with a patio, and I'll show you some more details of our site. So it's Albuquerque, and it's dry, and it's hot, so it does not make sense to have a lot of grass in an area like this. Instead, you're going to see xeriscaping, and that's pretty common of anything around here. We do, however, have a big concrete area where it is paved, and that makes it nice and level and stable for the RV, which is really great. There is a fire pit. We have not used that this week, but they do have a fire pit, and they have a picnic table at the site as well. I'm just gonna walk across. They do trash pickup, so it's about 9 in the morning, and they actually just grabbed our trash. So that is nice that there is daily trash pickup. We have full hookups. The water pressure is really high here, so you need to make sure that you have a regulator. We always travel with a regulator and use one. They actually sell them in the check-in area, so if you don't have one, you will have to buy one. So you will bust out your lines. It was like the pressure was like 90 or something insane. What I wanted to show you over here is, so there's septic, and then over here there's actually two 50 amps per site, and we only can attach one 50 amp, right? That's all we have power for with the RV. But I saw somebody who was towing a Tesla at one of the other spots, and they had their Tesla plugged in to the other power area. So if you travel with an e-vehicle, this is really a nice feature. I have never seen that, where they have two 50 amps at your pedestal. So I thought that was pretty incredible and wanted to highlight that. And I'll show you what some of the other sites look like. You can see this row behind us, which is just a little further south, does actually have some grass at the site. I always feel bad that the dog's going to ruin the grass, so on a dry climate like this, I don't even like being in a grassy spot. And I'll show you some of the other amenities here. Before I leave this site is to just show you that there are Wi-Fi extenders all throughout the campground. They're probably, I don't know, about every 5 spots, and there's not a lot of obstructions for them to not work. We have our Starlink as well, so we're pretty much using our Starlink and our SIM cards with our different mobile providers, and that's giving us great internet. But if you are like hanging out at the pool, or you're just relying on the internet for the campground, you can see up there at the pool, they also have one of those Wi-Fi towers, and the Wi-Fi was acceptable to just surf the internet and check my emails and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if it would have been powerful enough for Jeremy's Zoom calls with people, but we didn't need to use it for that. They certainly, though, have put in the infrastructure to extend all the Wi-Fi and make sure that's available for people. Over by the clubhouse, they have an area with some fake grass turf, and you can practice your putting over here. You can tell there's nobody actually out here because it is the 3rd week of July, so it is pretty warm in Albuquerque. Not a lot of outdoor activity other than the pool. Out here in the distance, you can see where they have a volleyball net. So they have a beach area, and then you can play volleyball. And then there's a couple of pickleball areas. The nets have blown over here because it is a little windy in Albuquerque, and it was windy while we were here on our trip, but you can just set those upright and then play pickleball. I don't know that they had any of those materials available to rent or to use, but perhaps they did over in the clubhouse. We actually had our own pickleball set, and we used to go over here in the afternoons and kind of the early evening when it cooled off a little bit. There you can see where the front entrance gate is at, and then here is where the clubhouse is at. And this clubhouse is actually really great and has a lot of different resources in it. So let's walk over here and I can show you what it looks like inside. There's actually another entrance on the other side as well for the clubhouse. One of the nice things about this clubhouse is that it really is open throughout the day, and you could just come over when you need to grab some resources. They have some different brochures and stuff for the area so that you can see different things that are around, and then there's some nice seating tables, so if you want to just come here and play cards or visit with some other people, it gives you a nice open space where you can do that. There's also some couches. They have a TV that's going, and the fireplace, even though it is July, it's kind of a nice ambiance to have the fireplace here, but definitely not needed because the AC is running as well. And then there's like a whole coffee cart area, so you can get a hot beverage, you can get hot chocolate. They have like a cappuccino machine, bunch of different drinks that you can get here. There's a little kitchen where if you wanted to cook and have a little bit more space, you can use that. And then there's some different game ball tables. So there's a pool table, and there's a shuffleboard and foosball. And so some of these you can just get the materials for it. Other things, there's kind of a rental fee associated with doing this during the time while you are here. But it's nice that they at least have it available and have a nice open space, especially if you're here with a large group and you want to have a space where everyone can come and kind of hang out. There's also a bit of this office space, so my guess is there's probably the option to be able to print here and stuff if you needed a little bit of a workspace. We didn't actually utilize that, so I don't know the full details on all of that. Here's a close-up view of those pickleball courts. And we'll also head over and pass by the volleyball court as well. This is the pool at Route 66. You can see it's a very large pool. It's not real conducive to lap swimming because it actually gets kind of shallow on one end, and then on the other end where the girls are heading, it gets really shallow and almost kind of goes up to a wading pool at the end. And you can see the hot tub is right there at the center, and you can turn on the jets. There's lots of seating. They have both the chase lounges, chairs, and then they have regular chairs and umbrellas, so you can just open those up. There's a station where you can get wet and kind of shower down before you come in or when you get out. And then there's some bathrooms here as well. And I've been seeing them over here cleaning every day throughout the day. There is a gate around the pool, so you do need your key card to access the pool. And you can see it's kind of on the edge of the park, and all the other sites are there in the distance. So we've really enjoyed the pool the whole time that we've been here. Albuquerque, it's generally pretty warm, especially in the summer months, and it is August right now. So with 90-degree temps, it has been nice, even if you have a little afternoon showers, which we have been having here. My only complaint for the resort is that it's about a 20-minute drive down I-40 to get into Albuquerque proper, so that is a bit of a drive. We do have a video though about top things to see while you're in Albuquerque, and this definitely is your best resort that is close to Albuquerque, and you're just really going to enjoy it. So hopefully this was a useful review for you. If you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up, feel free to ask questions, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at RV Homeschool. Thanks so much for watching.